Today we're going to talk about the new Netflix French series Vampires, so let's get started. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too and Netflix, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. Today we're talking about the new Netflix series Vampires. This is a French series, about 6 episodes long. Your average length of a Netflix series, about 48 minutes long-ish. It's not too long of a series. In the series, a Paris teen who's half human, half vampire grapples with her emerging powers and family turmoil as she is pursued by a secret vampire community. I really didn't know what to expect from this coming-of-age vampire show. I've watched a lot of things about vampires in the last few years. It's kind of like an oversaturated thing. Dracula this year was really good, so kind of hoping that something cool with vampires would be fun to see. But this series, limited episode series, I think that at times it's a really good show. It's a very sexual vampire series with blood all over your body, and you have your classic tropes of vampires. Can't see the light, and if you are out in the sunlight, it burns you. But this young girl, Doina, is a half vampire, half human, so she can be out in the world during the day, but she's starting to have this thirst for blood. So she is starting to attack some of her schoolmates, and so it kind of puts everybody in a frenzy and is kind of scared of her. So what I liked about this show is that she's dealing with those elements. She's dealing with her human life as well as her vampire life, because her older brother and sister, if I remember correctly, her older brother and sister are vampires, and her mom is a full vampire, but her brother but she is a half human, half vampire, and her younger brother is just a human. So she has a mix of family members, and so there's this community of vampires that want her. She could be an asset to this vampire community, being half human and half vampire. So the show does a lot within it. The first couple episodes, I kind of felt like it was being a little bit repetitive with offering certain things about Doina and her being half human and half vampire and her school life, and I never felt like it was going anywhere. And I was a little bit worried with that because it's only 6 episodes, so you kind of have to cram a lot within it and get your message across and make it exciting as well and tell a good story with your characters. So I honestly was a little bit worried while watching Vampires for the first couple episodes, because I really felt like it was going nowhere. I felt like it was just going to be a repeat for every single episode of just her kind of experiencing what it's like to be a vampire and that thirst for blood. But then the show started to take a different route and build a little more with this community of vampires and the people within it, while also exploring a little more of who her father is, because we don't really get to know much about him. So the family is the younger sister and the younger brother are trying to learn more about him. So this offers deeper secrets about the family and them being vampires that was progressed really well throughout the show. So honestly, at the end of it all, I was happy with how the story ended up being, because like I said, I was worried of how it was going to play out because it seemed a little bit repetitive, but then it had a nice progression with its characters and adding a lot more depth to them and building up certain storylines. So I liked how it ended up being. This is a really stylish looking series, and at times it kind of reminds me of a Nicholas Winding Refn movie. He had Drive and Only God Forgives and The Neon Demon. Those neon colors, like the lights in the background, kind of illuminate certain scenes. Here, there's certain moments where they have a dark scene and there's some neon lights that appear and kind of brighten up the scene. Those were really stylish and were visually stunning to look at. So this show does have some really good techniques with it the show really does have some good techniques to make the show look popping, which I did appreciate. So overall, Vampires, this really short Netflix series, was pleasing to watch. I like the character of Doina. She, as someone who is trying to balance her life while also trying to, be herself, because she is in high school, and so she is, trying to make friends while also not trying to suck their blood as well. And then you have the community of vampires in the past, within the something that happened when the younger siblings were younger, and so there's certain things that are coming to light as well. Overall, it's a pretty decent show. It's not the Dracula series that I was expecting, but it's got a nice style to it. The acting's pretty good. I really did enjoy the story and the way that it took the characters and their stories. So it's a good show. If you like vampires, check it out. It's a decent watch. It's a very stylish show. I'm gonna go ahead and give Vampires a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Vampires. It is on Netflix now. Stay tuned this weekend for more up and coming Netflix content. My name is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.